An easy ride at all, Cliffy. No, McEnroe said before the Masters began that what he wanted was to qualify into the semis and then go up against the big boys. Well, he's going to do that tonight against Ivan, but he had 2 3-setters to get here. The really good one was last night against Michael Chang. Let's have a look back.
If he's as strong now as in 5 years as he is right now, he should be happy. But to play him right now, you know, he does funny things, you know, like when the toss, it was like heads or tails, he won the toss. He sits there for about 15, 20 seconds, you know, thinking about it. I mean, I think he actually thought, I don't know, I think that was some sort of like, you know, for him, you know, some sort of intense thing. And it's kind of funny in a way that, you know, at that age he's thinking that, and it's kind of nice. You know, he's thinking ways to, like, you know, to get the edge. But, you know, I asked Jerry at that time what there should have been a delay of game, you know, for the, you know, like there shouldn't be I asked him, he said there was 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds to decide. They always have an answer.
McEnroe had the answers in the first set, winning it comfortably, 6-2. But in the second set, Michael Chang's relentless running and great fighting heart turned things around. A gutsy Chang drew the match even, but McEnroe's aggressiveness finally won out over Chang's heady efforts. Match point for McEnroe. (6-2, 5-7, 6-4). And John McEnroe is back tonight. The best match I saw John McEnroe play in all of 1989 was against Ivan Lendl when he beat him in Dallas at WCT Championships for the first time in years. He would have to play that well again, I feel, to beat Lendl, whom I've picked to win this championship. And frankly, he's not playing nearly as well, at least he hasn't so far, as he did back in Dallas. So I think this is going to be very, very tough. McEnroe will have to play maybe the match, another one of the matches of his years to win tonight. Back upstairs to Cliffy.
As far as the tactics are concerned here, Ivan Lendl is going to try and keep John McEnroe away from the net. There you saw McEnroe, he didn't serve and volley on the second serve. He has the respect, and he will certainly serve and volley quite often on the second serve, but he has the respect for the Lendl return, and I believe McEnroe cannot compete with Lendl from the backcourt.
Very good. Lendl doesn't like the call, but it will apparently stand. 1 game to love. McEnroe first set. This crowd, they like to get involved.
Richard Kaufman in the chair. There's the second serve again. Very difficult for us from our position to make a judgment here. The Cyclops is there, and if the ball is
that's good.
So if the ball is anywhere close to the line, the Cyclops machine will go off. If they get into baseline rallies, it's just the pace of shot to see McEnroe there backing off, which means he's playing that shot off his back foot. and he can't get enough pace on it from the ground, from behind the baseline, so he's got to try and avoid that situation if he can.
It puts a lot of pressure on McEnroe, but his hope is that it would put a lot of pressure on Lendl by doing that, by forcing Ivan time and again to come up with the pass.
Last few years when they've played against one another, the first 4 or 5 service games that McEnroe serves to Lendl, Lendl just tees off. There's a good shot of how close he is to the line when serving. Lendl tees off on the return straight at McEnroe. If he gets a good shot at it, he'll go for the line. But he hits the return as hard as he can straight at John. So what happens then? He's jumping at the volley.
Got it.
It's another excellent return. It sets up that forehand for Lendl, and he ran around his favourite shot, the backhand, to execute that forehand. Watch this return. He just tees off as hard as he can. A good half volley there from McEnroe, but not enough on it, and it allows Lendl time, and McEnroe just has to hold his ground there and guess one way or the other.
Second ace, both of them on break point. This is when he's at his best. Along with his serve, Lendl's forehand definitely the best shot. See how he takes it back with the bent elbow, and now the shoulders are turning. You look at the now his feet open stance with that right foot. The racket head is up, the wrist is laid back, and he starts to now maneuver his upper body into the ball. Take a look at this. Racket head drops below the ball. Now he hits through it. Now take a look at this left hand. It'll meet the right hand on this follow through. Still open stance on the feet. Left and right hand meet. And if you can do that, then you pretty much have hit yourself a great forehand. And it means that your upper body rotation has been perfect. 2 games to 1, Lendl leading it and serving first set.
That's fine. The tactics from McEnroe correct, because he can't stay back there, and he's got to force Lendl to make those. If Lendl can make them, he's going to win. If he misses a few, then McEnroe's in with a big chance.
Realistically, having lost that game, there's a big, big plus for Lendl in this first set already. Look at that.
30-11.
Seen some great serving from Lendl this week, haven't you? Forrest Becker in the same category.
Different type of situation. Becker will go in and knock off the volley. Lendl waits for the ball to bounce and then hits it for a winner. Sets up some good short returns for him.
This is Lendl's 3rd match of the Masters. He's only faced break point 4 times, and he's only been broken 1 time, and that was in his first match. In 1986 at Masters, he just swept away from everybody. He beat Becker 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. He only was facing break points twice and broken just once. The whole thing by Andres Gomez.
Oh yeah.
So he has historically, this man has served very big in the last couple of years at the Masters.
was interested in what Becker said to you after his match, Mary. He said it is, for me, so easy to serve indoors. No sun, no wind, and of course we know that, but it just was emphasized by what he said. McEnroe serving, trailing 2-4 first set.
The first match, though, this week that Lendl has played against somebody that is as aggressive as McEnroe. He's played Agassi and Chang and Crickstein, and this is the first time he's faced somebody that's got a big serve that follows it up with a volley, and someone that also will aggressively attack his second serve.
So confident in his ground strokes that Jimmy Connors is watching.
Jimmy Connors said on the Letterman show that Hughie Darcy taught him a lot of things when he was 15 years old, some good, some bad. Both very good friends and played doubles together, won a Wimbledon title together.
He won the Masters once, Connors.
Chips are down for John McEnroe in this set. He's got to win this point, or otherwise he'll give Lendl 2 looks at a break point for a second break in this first set.
Second serve again, and the last 2 second serves have been dealt with very severely.
McEnroe's only getting 39% of his first serves and so far in the set. That's what's hurting him. Not near high enough. As good as Lendl's return is, if McEnroe gets the first serve in, he's way up in the over 80% number. 8 out of 10, that's pretty good. But if he misses the first serve, he's in trouble. 4 out of 10. Big difference. Break point.
Too much horsepower. Still, biggest crowd of the week tonight. The McEnroe-Chang match last night brought them all in here, but there are not too many spare seats around tonight.
He's got to get more first serves in. And even that doesn't promise anything. Lendl's power game can really blunt McEnroe's delicate precision game. He can hit that thing so hard that McEnroe's first volley becomes very defensive.
Yeah, McEnroe knew it. He gives himself a little talking to there because he backed off to try and play that half volley.
Another break point for Lendl. We talked about it earlier in the week.
At least you're keeping pace with one another.
This is the first time that Lendl's won titles on all 4 surfaces: carpet, clay, grass, and hard courts. The reason for that is that he's won his first tournament ever on grass the week before Wimbledon at Queen's Club.
To the line. Lendl has won the first set behind 2 service breaks, 6 games to 3.